Tonight, the sun sets on Sunwing as WestJet clips the wings of the discount carrier. The company's justification.
It's about cutting costs. Instead of running 3 different airlines, they're going to run 1 airline.
And what air travelers should expect.
When you reduce the number of competitors, it is going to result in a higher price.
A tight-knit community's tangible sadness.
It's almost still a little bit unreal to most of us.
2 days after an unthinkable tragedy. Plus, Carnegie Hall debut.
People don't perform here unless you're like professional.
The Canadian Choir and their Stardust surprise.
CTV National News with Sandy Ronaldo.
Good evening. A strategic move today by Canada's second largest airline, WestJet, to wind down Sunwing Airlines, the Calgary-based company's low-cost offering. The decision comes a week after WestJet folded Swoop Airlines into its main business. So, what does all of this mean to Canadians? Fewer options, less competition, higher ticket prices? CTV's Kevin Gallagher went looking for answers.
Sunwing's colorful planes, known for cheaper routes to tropical destinations, will soon fly under the WestJet banner.
Really, it's about cutting costs. Instead of running 3 different airlines, they're going to run 1 airline.
Last week, WestJet announced it would discontinue its discount brand Swoop, adding its planes to the main fleet by fall. Tonight, WestJet says the anticipated timeline to incorporate Sunwing has not been determined, but that Sunwing Vacations will continue to operate as part of the WestJet group. The federal government approved WestJet's merger with Sunwing in March, despite concerns it would reduce options for consumers.
That purchase, in my view, should not have been approved because it was predicted, and it should have been predictable, that it is going to result in higher airfares.
The acquisition came with conditions, including extending Sunwing vacation packages to 5 new Canadian cities. The Prairies saw service cut after Sunwing's turbulent holiday travel season riddled with cancellations, delays, and disgruntled passengers.
We're still owed quite a bit of compensation for Sunwing, I would say around $2,600.
Sunwing's operational problems canceled Lindsay May Noble's wedding twice. Now she's fighting WestJet for reimbursement and is discouraged with her diminishing travel options.
The issue is that the costs are just getting astronomical to fly within Canada.
The union representing Sunwing pilots is also concerned WestJet won't respect its members' seniority and working conditions. Another layer of complexity to the airline's goal of streamlining operations. Sandy?
All right, Kevin, thank you. In Dauphin, Manitoba, people are leaning on family and friends for support, still dazed after the loss of 15 seniors in a tragic bus accident. Today, with 10 victims still in hospital, few residents, not even police, are talking publicly. CTV's Vanessa Lee is in Dauphin. So, Vanessa, what is your read of the situation?
Sandy, as we came across people in this small community today, we could feel the sadness, but really the shock and disbelief. It's hard for anyone to grasp how a day trip, what was supposed to be a fun outing to the casino, turned so tragic, and how 15 beloved mothers and fathers, grandmas and grandpas, often referred to as babas and guidos here, are now gone, lives forever changed. A support center has been set up at the Dauphin curling rink. Only a handful of people showed up today. One city councillor who was there told us it's possible the magnitude of this tragedy hasn't quite sunk in yet.
It's almost still a little bit unreal to most of us. We're still trying to sort of sort through that. That's a lot of loss. That's a lot of experience lost. It's a lot of great people. These folks were volunteers. They were connected to the community. So, I mean, it's not... We don't even know how big the loss will be.
Volunteers are taking therapy dogs out to places like shopping malls and retirement residences to try and offer comfort. We spoke to a man whose 79-year-old grandmother is in hospital. He says it is difficult because she is in critical condition. A total of 10 people are still in hospital, including the driver of the bus. 6 are receiving critical care. The mayor of Dauphin says a decision will be made early next week on whether there will be a public memorial. For now, the grief here is very raw, with families mourning in private. Vanessa Lee, CTV News, Dauphin, Manitoba.
The Canadian Armed Forces is investigating allegations of sexual misconduct against a pilot based in Moose Jaw who flies with the Snowbirds. The Department of National Defense says the accused is also a member of the military and has been reassigned to non-operational duties. No charges have been laid. The Canadian Forces have faced a litany of sexual misconduct cases in all ranks, including top generals. Well, a monstrous attack on a secondary school in western Uganda. 41 people were killed, the majority students, dying when their dormitory was set on fire. 8 children remain in critical condition after being slashed with machetes and shot. Authorities allege the attackers were militants tied to an Islamic group who looted food from the school store before fleeing. Airstrikes pummeled Sudan's capital today in an intensification of fighting between warring factions. Tonight, both sides agreed to a U.S.-Saudi Arabia brokered ceasefire. The question is, will it hold this time? CTV's Genevieve Boschman reports.
Neighbors pulled bodies from the rubble of 25 homes in a residential district in Khartoum. An airstrike killed at least 17 people, among them 5 children. Another devastating blow in a power struggle between the Sudanese army and a paramilitary group. Hundreds of civilians have been caught in the crossfire, dozens of women sexually assaulted since fighting broke out in mid-April. We can't afford to keep losing our loved ones and our children every day, says Adam Hussein, a resident in the Darfur region. A local governor was killed earlier this week after publicly accusing the paramilitary group RSF of genocide. Toronto-based Save the Children says the impact on the ground in Sudan is alarming.
Children are experiencing a lot of trauma, actually. So we have a lot of physical trauma and also psychological and emotional trauma.
Escalating attacks in recent days have pushed thousands more people to flee the region, adding to the UN estimate of 2 million displaced since the attacks began. 1,800 Canadians in Sudan were registered with the federal government. And in late April, 2 transport planes airlifted hundreds of Canadian citizens out of the region.
The response was so weak and it's so much nothing.
Some in the Sudanese community here now say Canada and the world have all but forgotten about their homeland, their loved ones.
For me, I feel like our government, our Canadian government, left Sudanese community behind.
Canada did announce humanitarian aid to the region and says it's working with the international community to support a peaceful resolution to this brutal conflict. Sandy.
Genevieve, thank you. 7 African leaders whose countries rely on food and fertilizer from Russia and Ukraine made a plea for peace to leaders of both nations.
We would like to see further engagements.
The group took their 10-point plan to St. Petersburg today for 3 hours of talks with Vladimir Putin. Yesterday, they met with Volodymyr Zelensky in an effort to help end the 16-month war. Nothing was resolved. Now, severe storms, heat, and tornadoes are bearing down on the American South, with millions under a heat advisory from Florida to Texas, which is still recovering from a destructive tornado.
I've never seen the level of decimation to a town as I've seen today.
More than 100,000 are still without power. Centers have been established to help those desperate to stay cool. The heat, feeling like 46 degrees Celsius, is expected to hang around. Technical problems at TD Bank are no longer hanging around. The outage that stopped customers mainly west of Ontario from accessing direct deposits for about a day has been fixed, but not before a lot of people were inconvenienced. CTV's Craig Krause reports.
TD Bank customers across Western Canada are demanding answers after a day of chaos that kept them from getting paid.
I need to know where my money is, that's it.
The technical glitch forced many to be late on payments, like Simran Lal, who called the bank and even waited in line at the branch.
So how long were you on hold for?
Oh, in total, like before I got an actual answer. I think it was 4 hours.
Left in the dark before the money arrived Saturday morning, but this delay had widespread effects.
There was a chance that the sellers could also take the deposit and take the house back because, in the contract we are essentially not closing by noon today.
Leaving some realtors across Western Canada scrambling as deals hung in the balance.
Yesterday morning, I got notified that we were going to be unable to complete on my client's purchase transaction because the lawyer that we use was unable to access his trust account. Incredibly stressful situation.
So what caused this outage? In a statement, TD said it was a technical issue and that it has been resolved, writing, "Our customers should now have full access to most bank services, including delayed direct deposits." The bank went on to apologize for the disruption. "We understand the importance of being able to use banking services wherever and whenever customers want." A statement that is leaving some TD customers feeling uneasy.
It's frustrating if you're trying to, for example, transfer money to somebody.
It was resolved as of this morning, but then, the broader concern is whether it's something broader like a hack.
And I spoke to a TD spokesperson over the phone, and they assured me that there is no risk to personal information being compromised and that this was a back-end software issue. And now that the problem has been resolved, the bank is promising to reimburse any overdraft fees. Craig Crowe, CTV News, Vancouver.
A watershed moment in a complex and long legal dispute. A proposed $10 billion deal has been reached between the federal government, Ontario, and 21 First Nations. It centers on a broken promise to pay an outstanding debt that dates back more than 170 years. CTV's Eric Tashner explains.
The settlement is being called historic, a moment Chief Dean Sayers of the Batchewana First Nation says he will never forget.
Tears of joy, and my heart is lighter today.
The deal will see the federal and Ontario governments each paying $5 billion to settle the Robinson-Huron Treaty Annuities case.
It's the commencement of a larger agenda.
Since 2012, 21 Robinson-Huron Treaty First Nations have been in court battling senior levels of government. The First Nations accuse the governments of failing to increase annuity payments as resource revenue in the treaty territory grew.
There's a lot to learn for us as governments. There's much more to learn, I think, for the segment of Canada.
Chief Sayers says the compensation is long overdue. The First Nation communities have been fighting for more than 170 years.
There will be community meetings, there will be individual interviews, questionnaires in regards to how we might move forward with regards to the annuity.
Since 1850, the region from Parry Sound to North Bay along the north shore of Lake Huron to Sault Ste. Marie has seen tremendous mineral exploration, along with the expansion of lumber and fishing industries. Yet the annuities paid by the governments to First Nations communities for use of the land has remained the same since 1875 at only $4 per person a year. This in spite of a clause in the treaty that ties the value of the annuity to the expansion of resource development in the region.
There were legal milestones that occurred within the process and relationships that were evolving, and we felt confident that this was the time to take action.
There's a lot more work to do.
The 21 First Nations of the Robinson-Huron Treaty, along with both the federal and provincial governments, now have to hammer out a new and better annuity payment for almost 30,000 beneficiaries. Eric Tashner, CTV News, Sudbury.
Coming up after the break, an alternative solution to calling 911.
People can call mental health experts to work alongside the police and deal with those situations.
The new approach to emergency calls, plus a first for a new king. The City of Ottawa has unveiled plans for a 3-year project which offers a different approach to dealing with people in distress. Instead of sending in police, social workers and those trained to deal with mental health calls are brought in. CTV's Jackie Perez takes a closer look at the community-based mobile crisis response team.
A new pilot project is in the works for the City of Ottawa that could see fewer mental well-being and substance use calls handled by police officers.
So we're going to pilot a new service
a new service that will send mental health professionals to mental health calls.
Mayor Mark Sutcliffe unveiling the plan through a Twitter post late Friday.
A lot of work has gone into this. We've consulted with the Guiding Council for Mental Health and Addictions, and we've looked at what's being done in other cities.
The 3-year program is dubbed the Safer Alternatives for Mental Health and Substance Use Crises Response. Instead of calling 911, the city wants to establish an alternate number and a mobile crisis response team made up of social workers, nurses, and case managers. It's a project the Ottawa Mission is eager to see.
We are heavily dependent here at the Ottawa Mission on the services of Ottawa Police Service, but to have an enhancement, a complement service where people can call mental health experts to work alongside the police and deal with those situations, we think it's a great initiative.
Toronto launched a similar program last year. After 6 months, data showed 78% of over 1,500 mental health crisis calls were diverted to a crisis response team without police involvement. The proposed project is expected to cost $2.5 million in its first year. The city will also ask Ottawa Police to seek funding through other levels of government. But community groups like 613-819 Black Hub criticized this recommendation.
The money for this should be coming from the police budget, and the police should have no role in seeking funding for this new program.
The pilot project is still in its early stages. If approved by council, it will launch next summer.
We're going to try it out in one neighborhood, and if it works, we'll expand it to other areas.
Jackie Perez, CTV News, Ottawa.
Still ahead, keeping pace in the fast lane.
Because in my job, you have to protect other people's. I'm not winning the race.
The Formula One driver who puts safety first. King Charles III marked his first official birthday celebration as sovereign in his first Trooping the Colour, and it was the first time in more than 30 years that a British monarch has taken part in the ceremony. Charles rode on horseback, inspecting hundreds of soldiers in the spectacular annual tradition. William, Prince of Wales, Prince Edward, and Anne, the Princess Royal, also rode on horseback, while Queen Camilla, the Princess of Wales, and her 3 children followed in a horse-drawn carriage. Later, around 70 military planes took part in a fly-past as the royal family watched on the balcony at Buckingham Palace. Charles' real birthday is November the 14th. Well, an estimated 100,000 fans are in Montreal attending the Canadian Grand Prix, a 3-day event that includes not just car racing, but concerts. CTV's Matt Grillo takes us behind the scenes now for a close-up look at safety measures in place when the competition gets white hot.
For the last 24 years, Bernd Mailander has been gearing up and leading the pack. He's Formula One's safety car driver.
My decision was to help in a safe way, and I never was thinking in 2000 when I started to do this for 24 years.
Referred to as the pace car or safety car, he's on the track before the race. And if something goes wrong during the race, Mailander is deployed. It's his job to slow down the drivers and keep everyone safe.
We can control the race much better if we send a safety car on track, because the safety car is much slower than a race car.
This year marks the 50th anniversary of the safety car. It made its first appearance in 1973 at the Canadian Grand Prix.
That's all the equipment.
A former professional driver himself, Mailander is now at the wheel of a Mercedes AMG GT Black Series.
It's developed on the racetrack for a racetrack.
On race day, he sits in position on standby, ready to go at any moment.
It's usually end of the pit lane, where I have a really short connection to the racetrack, and staying there, fixed with the seatbelt, and waiting if something going on.
His ride is capable of reaching speeds beyond 300 kilometers an hour, but for Mailander, it's not about speed.
You have to be very careful, because in my job you have to protect other people's. I'm not winning the race, I'm there for safety.
In his car, he's able to monitor the race. He can spot exactly where a collision has occurred.
You can see which car, which number, and you can see the G-force of the impact.
All these years after his debut, there's never a dull moment.
I'm still nervous since 24 years when I'm going on the grid because you never know what happened.
A half-century after its debut, safety continues to evolve in F1. And so Mylander's role becomes increasingly important. Matt Grillo, CTV News.
After the break, start spreading the news. A Canadian high school choir gets ready to wake up the city that doesn't sleep. We leave you tonight with a story that will make you smile. It starts with a student choir, an invitation to sing on one of the most celebrated stages in the world, and how, in their moment of glory, they will honor the memory of a performer who couldn't be there with them. CTV's Spencer Turcotte has the story.
Students singing their hearts out since September. Hours upon hours of rehearsals each week, all leading up to this moment, thanks to an invitation from Wilfrid Laurier's Symphony Orchestra conductor.
She called me up last year and said, "Hey, do you want to go to Carnegie Hall?" And I was like, did I hear that right?
The Guelph Collegiate and Vocational Institute Chamber Choir hits the stage at the iconic Carnegie Hall on Sunday.
It's pretty amazing. It's never something that I thought I would ever be able to do in my lifetime.
Do you realize how big this is? People don't perform here unless you're professionals.
One very important piece will be missing from the performance. Choir member Joshua Che Oblak died earlier this year, a tough blow for all his peers.
He was really passionate about singing and making music. He'd learn all the songs so that he could teach other kids it.
To honor Joshua, the choir will dedicate Sunday's performance to him, with both his parents in the audience.
Of course, as a teacher, I get the waterworks going, but it was such a lovely gesture that they decided on, and his parents were totally thrilled with that as well.
Adding to the importance of this trip, the choir learned about a surprise performance during one of their last rehearsals.
And we just got informed that we're playing with David Bowie's band, which is crazy.
Canadian musician M. Greiner invited them to join her and members of Bowie's former band at City Winery. Excitement about the once-in-a-lifetime weekend is met with a focus of making Joshua proud.
He will always be with us, his presence will be here.
So with the stage set for the many voices to belt out, it may be the missing one that's the loudest, but a voice that will live with the choir forever. Spencer Turcotte, CTV News, Guelph.
Break a leg. That's our newscast for this Saturday. Thank you for sharing your time with us. I'm Sandy Ronaldo. Morella Fernandez will be here tomorrow, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
CTV National News, Canada's #1 newscast.